I hope you know, Kobe,
What's that, Barry?
that you're able to recognize the new age of hope. I think that's how it went, right? I think that's how it went. I'm not sure.
Well, can't we just go to Paris?
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches It. What's going on, guys? Welcome to what is it, the last movie?
Yep, week 4
Of I Love a Monster.
Yep. A Valentine romantic I fell in love with a monster month.
Movie. I thought this was gonna be a lot harder to find these kind of movies, but apparently not.
Right. But I like that we didn't go vampire.
Oh yeah, it's
Because
vampire's too easy.
Yeah, vampire just that's all.
Yeah,
Everybody loves a vampire.
right. Typically from like the OG like whole monster mash, right? Like vampires, werewolves, mummies, and all that stuff. Vampires have always been the least interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they just really seem like really moody goth boys. Like,
Right.
it's a little interesting when it's a girl. Like, if it was like vampire girl in love with a human, it's a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
But
You know what?
That movie's going to be more softcore.
Now
though.
that you said that, I'm not sure if I really have seen that.
Exactly, right? And I think this is what makes the last movie of this month interesting as well.
Right.
Because we did a werewolf love story.
Yes.
Where the woman was the werewolf.
Right.
Today,
And you know, actually, when you gave me the name, I had
Yeah.
not seen this. I was unfamiliar with this. You said blood and chocolate. And I was like, oh, it was vampires. Like immediately, that's what went into my head.
no, I couldn't disappoint Colby. I was like, oh, that's too easy. Vampires.
Yeah, I am so glad. I like werewolves.
Right.
And I like that it wasn't, well, I'm mixed on the, I'm not sure if I prefer like the werewolf to be a wolf, like an actual wolf.
Yeah.
Or if we're going like Underworld where it's like
Lycanthropy.
Yes.
Right. There's like a mix, right? Because I think this version of werewolves are more actually in line with the lore of werewolves, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah. Like this is more like the original like storylines. Oh, except for like the old black and white movies with the werewolf. He was always like half man, half wolf. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that's like the movie werewolf, but like,
right.
I think if you go back to like the pages of history,
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's either that or they're skinwalkers, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Romania. It's anything goes in Romania.
That's true. Yeah, it's Romania, and there was not vampires. So,
Oh, thank God. They're so pretentious, you know. Yeah,
as long as they don't have sparkly skin.
Like my favorite depiction of vampires has always been the 30 Days of Night.
Oh yeah.
They still like they're more vicious looking.
Right. I thought that was such a cool story concept of that. Like Alaska goes dark for 30 days. So what a perfect time for the vampires to come out and just rule.
And it's cold.
Cold.
They like the cold, right? They're always cold.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's like has always been like one of my favorite depictions of them, just because they're not like these frivolous or frilly wearing Tom Cruise Interview with the Vampire looking vampires. It's like, no, you're too pretty. Like, yeah. That's why the Reapers from the Blade 2 movie, I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool vampire. Look how I'm terrified of that one.
Right. Yes.
But no, today we're talking about 2007's Blood and Chocolate. And if you guys know, we do have a movie trailer that we always do at the beginning. And I wrote it today. So, get ready. You've heard of an American werewolf in London, but what about an American rougarou in Romania, dude? I had to make it rhyme. When Vivian's family gets killed by werewolf hunters, she's taken in by her aunt, but because she had seeked sanctuary, she is now promised to the leader of the pack. Will she end up with him, or will the handsome American graphic novel artist have something to say about her?
You put some thought into that one. That was professional.
That one's the '90s trailer guy. Coming to DVDs. Oh man! So, as I was trying to pick out reviews for this movie, a lot of it was mixed. Like there wasn't any solid 1 and 2 star reviews that I wanted to pick, because it was just like, this movie sucks, but no reason, right?
Okay,
so
right.
I think one of the ones I picked kind of explained what the movie is, or maybe I just read over one, but they said like, this movie is like really, the pacing is so fast. It felt like the first, 40 minutes of this movie, they're trying to get through like a whole book.
Right.
Because I was trying to watch this while I was cooking today, and I was like, dude, what is going on? Did you feel that way? Like,
yeah, like it should have been. What was this, an hour and a half?
it was an hour and 38 minutes. It was so fast paced, yet felt so long.
Right. Yeah, there was some parts that were a little drawn out. They did a decent job with like the romantic part, like getting them for you believing that they were falling in love.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like there was weird things that were thrown in that like kind of like the whole cousin thing was like, it didn't even need to be there.
Yeah. At first, like, so I think it's going to be better if we just talk about the movie rather than go through the review, just because I was so, like, besides the love story, everything felt so all over the place that I was kind of like, all right, I would have cut that first, like, half hour. Okay, well, I guess we should I'll at least try to put this together. So we started off in Denver, Colorado. It was like 15 years in the past or whatever. This girl is playing with her family, and then unfortunately these hunters come to kill this family in a cabin. She is able to escape, but we see her eyes glow, so she's like, oh, she's a werewolf. Right. And then all of a sudden we just skip to like 15 years in the future.
That's kind of like the pre-opening title.
Yeah.
And then the title comes, boom, Love and Chocolate, boom, and then she's in Romania.
Yeah. It's just like, what just
Romania 15 years later.
Right. Oh man, and we learned that this girl, she is a part of this pack of Romanian werewolves. Right. But everything's so jumbled up here, but we sloppily get introduced to like her cousin and the Fab Five, who are super horn dogs. One of the cousin gets rebuked by a woman that he ends up later killing because she embarrassed him.
Yeah.
I thought there was a lot of sexual tension between the cousin and the main character Vivian.
Right.
I was like, oh, are they about to kiss right now?
I kept thinking that too. I was actually thinking that he was like gonna be the one who was like the leader, but then it wasn't.
Yeah, then it wasn't. We find out that the leader is actually his dad.
Yeah.
Who is promised Vivian when she comes of age. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But then again,
right. Because their policy, I don't know. In their law is the leader gets to choose a new mate every 7 years.
I mean, that's a pretty sweet deal. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kidding.
That's terrible. But Mom's is still super in love with him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So she's always trying to like put the moves on. Like, why are you going after my niece when you could have all of this?
Right. Oh man, later she's like, you just gotta admit sometimes we grow old, I was like, oh, it's fine for you, but not for her. Okay.
Right.
But and then a lot of things happen. Like I said, the first 15, like 30, 40 minutes of this movie is a whole mess. The movie doesn't really kickstart until like our two main characters really meet.
Right.
Which they do meet pretty early on in the film, where she goes up top to a church and he's broken into this church to do some sketches. He's a graphic novel artist. He's trying to get inspiration.
To do some sketchy stuff.
Yeah. No, he's trying to get. He's known that this church has worshipped werewolves or rougarous.
Yes,
and so he's trying to get inspiration for his book. She's apprehensive of furthering this conversation, so she leaves. Right, and then stuff happens.
He becomes really like the creepiest stalker. And just following her and chasing her and just showing up at her work and being like, I'm going to show up at your work every day until you date me.
I don't know if he said it like It's funny because this guy is the same guy. He's like I think the main character from the Hannibal TV show.
It is. Yeah. Right. Like 3/4 of the way through, I was like, I have to pause this movie because I know him from something, and it is bugging me so bad that I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I actually knew it from Confessions of a Shopaholic. It's one of my other guilty pleasure movies. But no, yeah, I get, it is kind of creepy, right? But he sees her and he's like, "Oh, hey, wolf girl," and just triggers her trauma because. Right. She's being outed into the city that she could be a wolf girl.
Yeah, and he calls her that because when he tries to leave the church, all of his paintings or all of his drawings go all over the place, and she picks up the one that looks like is a drawing of a wolf and asks him about it. And so then but she's like, I'm not going to tell you my name.
Right.
Weird guy who breaks into churches. And so then he's just like, wolf girl.
He's like, yeah, you broke in too, I think. Like, you were just upstairs.
Right, yeah.
But, no, he does see her again. This girl, Vivian, she works at her aunt's chocolate shop.
Right, hence something. The chocolate.
Yeah, and so she's delivering chocolate when they run into each other, and then she, parks her way out of there. But then a ribbon falls from the sky. Yeah. And he's like, oh, this one special red ribbon that it could only contain chocolate. Because later, the way he finds out about where she works is that his the hostel that he's staying at, there's the chocolate there.
Yeah.
And he's like, where'd you get this chocolate?
They're like, oh, it's the only chocolate shop in town. He's like, oh, I'm going there.
Found her. Yes. And yeah, he does, I don't know. Well, she's more like, I'm going to say yes to whatever you want because I need you to get out of this situation before my cousin sees you. Because...
Right. But she does say no 15 times first.
Yeah.
And then her cousin comes in and she's like, holy crap, my cousin is going to stab you. Or
eat your heart.
Eat your heart.
Right.
Yeah. He's going to wolf eat you.
Right.
So yes, I will say yes to save your life. Now get the hell out of here.
Right. And the cousin's so weird because he's like, is he a nice guy? Because later on in the film, when they have the confrontation, he seems like he's like, I'm trying to help you out, bro.
It's I don't know. It's a weird because he's like, none of the rules that the leader puts out apply to me. I could do whatever I want because one day I'm going to be the leader. But you tried to bend a rule. No, I'm telling the leader immediately. And then you're going to be reprimanded.
Yeah. But then, she's like, oh, really? Because you killed that one girl, and he's like, all right, wait, hold on. That's how they threaten each other. But then right in the next scene, the leader of the pack already knows that his son is the one that killed the tourist.
Yes.
So I was like, what's the point of that? And he's like, oh, did Vivian tell you, huh, you little piece? I was just like, oh, this, because one of the more the most enjoyable parts of this film is actually the interaction between the two main characters.
Right.
They have fun in this city. They slowly open up to each other. Vivian tells him that her parents were murdered,
Right.
and she had to live with her aunt, and then they moved to Romania. He tells Vivian the reason why I don't have my full name on my books is because when I was growing up, my father was a real tough. He's a military, but he was also an addict, and he was like, "You're gonna learn, you're gonna learn how to defend yourself, whether you like it or not."
Right.
And when he was 17, he wanted to leave to draw, and his dad was like, "No, I'm gonna beat your ass." And he found out that he could defend himself, and so he ran away. And I was like, "Where? How much money does a 17-year-old kid have to be able to run away to Europe?"
And then that was, I mean, like it's a interesting story, but then it was like it makes sense why he's not in America, but like I'm not going to put my name on the book because my father's going to see that I drew comics and then get on a plane and come to Romania and beat my ass again.
No. It's because he has an assault. He has charges on him in America. So he has like a warrant out for his arrest in America.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking it was strictly like his father was going to like track him down to kick his to get vengeance.
Well, that too. I think his father would like travel to Europe and kill him. He is highly trained.
Yeah.
He does have a specific set of skills. I guess he was probably high when his son beat his ass, though.
Right.
Because that's what he's later worried about when he kills the cousin. Right? So, like, that whole interaction between them two was nice. That's why I retained that information. It was paced nicely. Like,
right.
Of course, it was in a montage, but it was a nice moment because I think he was like the best actor in this movie.
Yes.
I was really hoping a lot for Unfaithful dude, the pack leader. Remember him, right?
Yep.
That was the one that dicked down Diane Lane in Unfaithful. Man, Diane Lane in that movie. I wish Marissa Tomei had one of those movies back in the day.
And then the mom was from something.
Yeah, she looks familiar, but nothing big.
It's not clicking right now, but it was. I recognized her, and then I looked, and I was right, but I can't remember what it was. Okay,
Touched by an Angel. But what's the famous person's name from there? Touched by an Angel, Dolores? No, it's like, oh man, it's not Dolores. I'll think about it. I'll look it up later. But that's why I retained so much, because that portion of the movie was actually, I think, really well done, well paced, and all that stuff. Because what's it called? Vivian throughout this whole time hasn't really allowed herself to like fraternize with humans. And obviously, and she's also still carrying the guilt of what happened to her parents, because later we find out that
the hunters tracked her down because she liked to just turn into a wolf and go running, and they figured out that, and then they were able to track her back to the house, and that's how. So, weird twisted way, it's her fault her parents are dead.
Yeah, but we don't learn that until later. But what happens is the cousin tells what's it called? Freaking Hannibal.
Right.
Like, hey man, fuck off. Like,
yeah,
she belongs to other people. This whole situation. So she ghosts him because now Vivian is afraid that her pack will come and kill him.
Right. Yep.
Because they do have the law, the Gabriel's law, that they're not allowed to hunt unless it's as a pack.
Yeah.
And they kind of have like this weird hunting situation. I was like, one body can't feed that many wolves, right?
Well, because they're werewolves, so they eat while they're human.
Oh.
And so they don't have to eat as wolves. It's just they like the hunt.
The thrill of the hunt.
Yeah, so I'm not even sure if they eat the person when they're...
Well, they eat the heart.
Yeah.
Right? And that's like one of the that is like one of the gripes I kind of have about this and that's why I do like the more lycanthropy type of werewolves as well, is because those are much more vicious like attacks.
Yeah,
They're more visceral. This one, like when the cousin killed the girl that rebuked him, like it was you didn't even get to see the violence,
right.
which is, I mean, I guess I get it because it's probably not in the budget for the CG wolf attack.
That's true. I mean, yeah, like you can get away with doing a lot of that kind of stuff in the shadows, and then just having like the howls and stuff from the forest, from the dark.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do it that way, but no, they went straight like just to like full wolf.
Full wolf. So yeah, you don't really get to see the attacks.
And I guess the pack hunt thing makes a lot more sense when you're just a single wolf. I mean, because like a dog catcher could take down a wolf, you know.
Oh man, he's dual handling those leash rods.
But you got 30 in a pack. Yeah, you definitely that's a force to be reckoned with.
All right. I mean, let's not be wrong. Hannibal does handle himself quite well. He did say he's able to defend himself, which he does.
Right.
Really well, right? Oh, so
but one or two at a time. Still,
yeah, one or two, not as a whole pack.
Yes,
yeah. But no, so like she ghosts Hannibal for a while, and then he gets a letter, but it's really just a setup from the cousin and the leader of the pack.
Yep.
And the cousin's like, "Hey man, just get out of here."
Right.
Just get out of here. You know, you don't want this smoke.
And that was the one time where like all of a sudden the cousin was like, you're like, oh, maybe the cousin is on his side, on the girl's side, and she's just like, no, you're gonna get killed, you're gonna break her heart if you stay here, so just get out of town.
Yeah.
And then he's like, nope, I'm a douchebag American. I could stay if I want. She loved me.
She loved me. Like, what is he, from the South? I like the way her mouth looks.
She got party mouth.
That's definitely not the way this guy talks. He's probably from like New York or something. Yeah, and then obviously he gets upset. He's like, all right, fuck it. Why do I even try being nice?
Right. Or maybe it's the same character from Hannibal. And this cousin's like, you know what? I can smell a serial killer. So yes, you should leave her alone because you're going to kill her. And then we're going to be sad.
And I don't want to have to break her heart by killing you. So just get out of town. Yeah. But no, they have this whole full fight in this church. Pretty decently well choreographed fight. Right. I don't know if this is a real wolf the whole time. Because I was like, man, can that wolf really restrain himself? I don't know if he's smelling blood, you know.
Right.
But one of the, he hits him with his silver pendant. They freaking knocked him down all the way to the first floor from the second floor, but I'm pretty sure at that position that they were in, he breaks his like spine or something.
Yeah. Because
he just lets this silver amulet stay on his neck. And I was like, the only reason that's happening is because his spine is broken.
Right.
And he dies.
Yeah, and this one's taking the silver like super literally. Like usually it's like you kill a werewolf for the silver bullet, but here it's like silver pendant, touched him, he's got silver poisoning.
Right? It's just like Supernatural, the TV show.
Yeah.
If you cut them with it or something like that, it's like in them. And so he kills the cousin, and then he meets up Vivian. He's like, you're a Rougarou? Oh my God, it's not supposed to be real.
Yep.
But this was like where he lost me. He's like, if you knew this was good, if you knew what you were, you should have rebuked me.
Yeah, why didn't you say no right at the beginning? And I was like, dude, she said no 15 times. You pushed her in. Yeah. This is your fault.
Exactly. You're like, oh, typical American, blaming other people. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But I mean, And then again, like this movie, and then when it gets to this part of the movie, it kind of goes pretty fast paced again. But and then we just find out that he gets captured because he's run away from the werewolves, or like he could see them all over the place. So he tries to run away on a bus. He gets captured, and then now he's the new prey for the hunt. But for the hunt, the rule is if you can get across the river, you win.
Right.
And so before this, he was able to stash like a silver like knife, like butter knife
that he just stole from some fancy restaurant.
The old guy doesn't even try. He's just like, all right,
okay. He's American. I can't catch him.
I heard the track stars. No, yeah. So he's able to outrun them. He kills a couple wolves in his wake.
Yep.
This is where like I was like, this transformation sucks. You know, they just jump into the air, and it's like quantum.
Like I hate to say it, but it's like 80s.
Yeah, it's
80s magic.
It's like Quantum Leap.
Yeah,
it's exactly the visual that they gave us. The best one was for Vivian, and that was only because they did some cool camera work in there where they did like a full 360 of her in the air. And the transition felt probably the most smooth.
Right.
And you find out that she's an albino wolf.
Yeah.
So of course
but
she's
it's like I so say 80s. To me it was like Xanadu. I don't know if you with Olivia Newton-John. She's like they're skating and all of a sudden there's like fireball and then at the end they slow down and they're a werewolf.
Yeah.
Or Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Doing like Linda Carter's spinning.
The spinning around. Yeah, I watched Xanadu. I was like 6 when that came out. Or like when I saw it on rerun.
When I remember going with my parents to get our very first VCR ever. And the first movie we rented was Xanadu.
Oh, man.
Why that movie? I have no idea.
Because we do not play horror films in this house.
No, my mom didn't like horror films.
Exactly. We're only watching musicals. Fiddler on the Roof is the second one.
But I was pretty young. I was probably only like 5th grade or something.
Yeah, that movie is old.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I watched it, I was like 6, and it was like my aunt just fell asleep, and I was flipping through channels. I had to escape The Price is Right. And I was like, and then this one, you know, when you're like 5 or 6, this movie just has like flashing lights and stuff. So you're like, oh, this is cool.
Yep.
But yeah, so she's able to save him in that point, right? Because he does cross the river, but the pack leader's like, nah, fuck that. I'm still gonna kill you.
Right.
But she's able to fend him off into the river. I guess wolves can't swim.
And that's a pretty decent wolf fight. I'm like, oh, I actually like they're chewing on each other. I feel bad for those wolves, whatever.
I guess, I don't know, maybe they're stunt wolves, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they had like a mouth guard on that we didn't get to see like during the fights, the scuffle.
Oh, okay.
Because you didn't really see any blood, so I was like,
yeah, no blood, but they were gnawing on each other.
Yeah. Oh, Hannibal does accidentally swipe at the girl.
Right, because after she bites the leader and he falls into the river and starts to like
try to swim.
Then she comes running over to the guy in wolf form because she just wants to make sure he's okay, and he's all like, "Uh-oh, another wolf!" Swipe, and slices her puppy paw.
See, what she should have done is after that, she should have transformed into a human naked lady, and he was like, "Oh."
Right. Yeah.
But there's still unresolved issues, so they go to like this abandoned film factory.
But a lot of those issues just get resolved immediately if you're a hot naked woman.
Exactly, right? So they go to this abandoned film like factory because one of the main components in like making film is silver, and they're able to hide out there. They resolve the issue with the aunt, who was the mother of the cousin.
Yep.
And the movie goes really fast paced at this point, but you know, what's it called? Vivian gets captured by the pack and the leader. So
they meet the wolf doctor.
Yeah, the wolf doctor who betrays them and
gives them antidote.
Yeah,
96.3 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. But then, like, he betrays them. They get captured by the pack leader, and the pack what's it called? Hannibal does a U-turn, comes back to the pharmacy with the shotgun. He gets all the silver bullets, all the silver dust that he could muster, and a whole bunch of antidote. He saves the girl, but then like while Hannibal and the pack leader are fighting, the girl picks up the rifle, and he's all like, "Oh, you shoot me, your family, like those hunters back in the woods. I'll give you my back. That's all you deserve." And then he transforms into a wolf, and then he makes a U-turn, so his back isn't back to her anymore. And Hannibal's like, shoot him, please. Right. And then she only shoots him when he goes to make the attack for Hannibal. So he's dying. The whole place is on fire. What's it called? Wolf Girl. Oh, what's it called? Vivian helps the little Fab Four escape.
Yeah.
And she is like, "Oh, I hope you recognize a new age."
Yeah, because now that the leader's gone, they're all like, "Oh, we were really trying to kill you because he told us to, but now that he's dead, yeah,
whatever,
we cool."
Yeah, and the way that they're able to escape the city is they get into the pack leader's Maybach and drive through the city, and then you could see how many werewolves are in this city because they do that little bowing thing.
Yeah,
and they drive to France and presumably happily ever after.
Right.
We don't know though because this is Vivian's first love, so first loves tend to not work out too much. All right, before we go and talk about this movie, let's go to our other section, high star, low star. So, Kobe, you can go ahead and read the 5-star.
Boom. Reviewed in the United States by Alley Cat. 5 howls for Blood and Chocolate. Loved it. I thought the performances from the lead actors were great, as were the performances from the minor actors. So everybody acted well. Yeah. However, the 2 things I loved the most was a move giving you the true history and legends of werewolves. It's supposed to be, I guess, a movie. A movie giving you the true history and legends of werewolves, and that this movie is told in the female perspective. We mentioned that too.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've never seen a film about werewolves told solely by the female lead. Only in small parts of Twilight, when Leia becomes wolf, do you get any idea how the female wolf feels. And sadly, with Twilight, you get Leia's feelings on the subject in the book far, far more than in any other 3 movies where she has become a wolf. I highly recommend this one. It's a great romantic flick, but it's great to hear the history of the creatures of lore. Did I mention I totally loved it? Oh, I did. Good. Just checking.
Man, this review was by like a 16-year-old or like a 14-year-old with terrible sentence structures. All right. The most coherent low star rating I could find was actually a 3 out of 5. Which is still pretty good.
That's pretty good.
This is pre-Twilight. Watching this now, I wouldn't blame anyone who feels this is too close to the Twilight movies. And while that would not be accurate, the first Twilight came out a year after this was released. Oh. The book Twilight is based on existed before and were popular, so there may be a connection. Actually, what I read is the book of Blood and Chocolate came out in 97. And the freaking Twilight stuff came out like in 2005 or something like that.
Okay.
Right. That all aside, this is a wild side with werewolves and all, but the drama is or can be viewed in the same light. So if you're a fan of the Twilight movies and don't mind this feeling similar, you may have found something for you. Of course, this is only one movie for better or worse in the epic category if you want to categorize Twilight that. Yeah, Kobe, what were your thoughts? Because I know you live for monster movies.
I do, and it was good. I enjoyed it. It was, like you said, the pacing was a little strange, but I felt like maybe it needed to be broken up into 2 movies or half an hour longer, or them just kind of figure out what didn't need to be there. Because it was like a whole pack hunt that they did earlier in the movie, and it was kind of like there to introduce the pack hunt.
Yeah.
But if they could have taken that out, and that would have given you an extra 15 minutes to put more in, to pace that last part a little bit better.
Yeah, or just like even the beginning of the film to just not make it so fast paced. Because then, like, I was like, so I turned my back for a little bit because I was cooking some fried rice, and in the moment I turned my back, it was like maybe like 2-3 minutes. I was like, did I like fast forward or something? Because like I have no idea who these what these characters are about.
Right, and then the hot and sultry girl from the little werewolf dance club.
Yeah,
at the beginning. That was like an odd thing too. She was like so super forward and aggressive. But then as soon as the cousin was interested, she was all like, nope.
Well, yeah, I think it was because he grabbed her ass. Like,
but she was rubbing it on him. Like, I don't know. Okay. But when she left the club and then they're all following, that was kind of a cool scene when they were like jumping.
Yeah, they're doing parkour.
Except for the parkour thing. Except for I have been watching a lot of TikTok.
Yeah.
And like there's that stupid parkour. Yeah. Parkour. Like
from The Office.
Yeah. And that kept running through my head every time I jump. Parkour. New jump. Yeah.
Yeah. That scene was cool too because like that's where Vivian's like tells the girl like run along now. You know,
right?
And then like she comes up into the alleyway, and they're all like in this bridge thing, like kind of hanging around like Spider-Mans.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I wish there was more. Like I wish the cousin was more dynamic, because it seems like his character changes throughout the whole movie like 4 or 5 times.
Right. Yeah, it was not consistent.
Yeah, like he was trying to he felt like he was gonna be the next alpha of the pact, but then he like felt like he was gonna be this unhinged murderous lone wolf.
Right.
He kills the club girl.
Yeah.
And then and then you find out he's the son of the pack leader, so he's like, the right hand man. And then like the situation with Hannibal in the church,
right, where he's like half helping this cousin, but then half turning on her.
Yeah. So it felt really inconsistent with his character, because I feel like he could have been a really strong character in the film.
Right.
Like he could have been like the underling of the pack leader with his own motives.
Yes.
But then you never really get to have that fleshed out.
Right. And it was like, or they could have just been the angsty teen that's like, I should be boss, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Just die, dad, so I could take over. But like then they didn't really, like I didn't get that from him either.
Yeah, I think it would have been really cool to have like a fight between the cousin and the dad.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the cousin challenges for the pack leader.
Right. And something that made the pack leader like more badass. Like,
yeah,
because he doesn't really do anything. He just like, and again, that's kind of like a wishy-washy thing. Because like sometimes he's like making these rules, and it's like, I'm doing this for the good of the pack. And then sometimes it's just like, I'm doing this because I'm the pack leader. I got to make the rules. So let's find me a new honey, because I'm saying that's okay for the pack leader, because
daddy needs to breathe.
But he never like, I don't know. They needed a little bigger actor, a little bit.
They needed to write his role better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause he felt kind of just like an ornament in the background, like this he felt like what's it called, Snoke from the the debunked Star Wars films.
Right. And you didn't get the, like, he's pining over this girl and he can't wait to make her, like, his mate.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, it's a girl. She's just the next one, you know?
Yeah.
So then it was like there wasn't, like, he didn't get a jealousy.
Well, I mean, he was like, well, he wasn't jealous, but he was like, oh, this medium rare meat bag is trying to
Right.
soil my mate. But then he wasn't like ever like murderous rage until his son gets murdered.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, that was like unfortunate because like he didn't feel like a supernatural boss. He felt like a mob boss.
Right.
The whole time. And I think that's like such a waste. You know, because and I think so like the whole transformation thing to transforming into just like a regular wolf is fine if your story can sort of build like work around that.
Right.
Right? But if it's going to be, I feel like if it was going to be something like this, it would have been better to be the bipedal werewolf type of person. That way the fight with him, he could have been wolfed out.
Yeah.
You know, and it would have been a much more interesting fight.
Right. Or like at least, I don't know, make him more than everybody else. Like in
he wasn't
pack
even
of
bigger.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You could make him the dire wolf or something, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, like, you know, one of those extinct wolves. Like,
right. But like, yeah, in the where all the wolves are, like you would have no idea he was the pack leader.
yeah, he wasn't even like a special color.
Right. Make him like jet black or
Ooh,
something.
that's terrifying.
Right, because she was white.
Yeah.
So that would have been a good contrast.
Well, that's because she's American, you know? Americans are pure white, innocent. No, yeah, that would have been really cool. Yeah, because then, like, when he transformed into wolf, I was like, oh, you're not that much bigger than the other wolves. Like, that isn't not really special. Like, but if he was, like, a much more menacing, like, 3 to 4 times bigger than the other wolves, would have been really cool.
Right.
I think, no, you know what, though? I think as I was watching this movie, I was like, man, this movie would have been really interesting if everybody looked like, God, what's his name? The Teen Wolf. the
Michael J. Fox.
If they all look like Michael J. Fox werewolves.
Yep.
I was like, oh, this movie would have been A class if they had that freaking Halloween Town werewolf.
Yes.
Oh man. Teen Wolf. Didn't that series get like 3 movies?
I know Justin Bateman was the Teen Wolf in Teen Wolf 2.
Oh, what's it called?
From Arrested Development. Justin Bateman.
Oh, Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman.
He was Teen Wolf 2?
Yep.
He was so what's it called? Oh, what's it Michael J. Fox didn't continue? He's like,
Nah, he's one and done.
Oh. I felt like that role was perfect for him.
Yep.
Oh, Jason Bateman was in Teen Wolf 2. That's crazy. I didn't even know he was acting that young.
Oh, he was acting way young.
Really?
Yeah. And his sister was in Family Ties, Justine Bateman.
Okay.
And then she didn't really do too much. She did a couple movies and stuff after that show ended. But when that show ended, is kind of when he took off. Like he was in a couple. He was didn't have like major roles in like sitcoms, but he was like the douchebag best friend.
Oh yeah, Jason Bateman really plays that.
From maybe it was Silver Spoons with Alfonso Rivera.
Was Alfonso Rivera in there?
Yeah.
Oh man, I always thought his first role was Fresh Prince.
Oh no, he was in a lot of stuff before Fresh Prince. He even had like infomercials where he was selling how to hip hop dance.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Like late night, and that he was like, I don't know, probably 16 to 18 years old, doing the how to dance like a hip hop master with this Michael Jackson red jacket on.
Man, I gotta find these infomercials. That's hilarious. Alfonso Ribeiro teaching hip hop. I guess back, actually, I take that back because I feel like hip hop dancing back then was pretty simple. Now it's like super intricate, like
right.
Yeah, I'm like
it was like breakdancing. It was like how to do the spin and how to do the robot stuff like that.
Man, that's crazy. That is insane. Yeah, I tried to look up all the other actors in here, and I think only Hannibal is the only one that had a decent career after Blood and Chocolate.
Right, and he really is a good actor. Like I make fun of the part where he like he's super pushy to get a date, and then he's like, "Why did you say yes if you're a werewolf?" But
just like a man.
But yeah, like he's by far the best actor, and he did a fantastic job. I'm like, you feel him falling in love. You feel the romance between the two of them. Like,
yeah, they had excellent chemistry for this really shitty. Now, this movie's not shitty. It's just, if I had watched this back in 2007, it would have been like, oh, that was a great movie.
Right.
All right. No, but yeah, the chemistry that the two main people had.
Right. Was good.
Yeah. And I was actually pretty surprised. I looked up the actress who played the main character. She did not age well. I think I only say that because I think she is like trying to uphold like her young beauty versus like leaning into like a beautiful like aged woman.
Okay.
Like Marissa Tomei.
Right.
She's been hot since My Cousin Vinny.
Yep.
And till now, as Aunt May, she has been sexualized. Still hot.
Yep.
Diane Lane, another like old hot lady.
Right.
I think she's kind of gone the route of like using the beauty products. The what's it called? Like the injection ones.
Oh, like the Botox and the
Yeah, and I was like, that's a shame. The main character for this guy, that dude's aged well for a British guy. I think he's British.
And the bad guy, like the pack leader,
yeah,
he's when he shaves,
yeah,
he is much more attractive. Like he's a George Clooney-ish kind of older. Like he looks like the age that he should have been in this, and much more attractive without the beard,
without the facial hair.
Yeah,
usually the facial hair adds to like the attractiveness.
Well, like because you think about like, but it's not like a. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna grow this beard so I look tougher.
Yeah,
and it just didn't.
Did it? Kobe's is a beard snob because he can grow a full beard.
I feel like he would have been more like you made the joke, mob boss. Yeah. Like I feel without looking better, without the beard, that part would have been worked better for him, being that he's not bigger and stronger than not physically bigger and stronger than his other counter actors,
which is a shame.
Being more attractive would have worked equally as well for him.
Oh right. Oh man. Maybe they just was like, hey, can you grow the beard because Wolf, Harry. That could have been like a really lame reason though, but because I was like, I was watching this, I was like, man, this guy he looks tired from Unfaithful. Unfaithful, he was like the sexy foreigner with the European accent. Here, he kind of looks like a greasy mob boss that's trying to prey on these young 20-year-old girls. Oh, you ever think about growing a full beard?
I've had a beard before.
Man.
It's just Vegas is hot. Like, I mean, like I can have it as my winter coat for like 2 months, but yeah, I already sweat a lot. So it's just, I have just like a moist face all the time when in the summer sun.
Yeah, because Kobe, right? If you haven't seen his photo, he has the Stone Cold Steve Austin goatee going.
I've had it for a long time.
Right now that I think about it, I try to picture you with a beard.
Right.
I was like, oh, that might be kind of weird.
When did I almost bearded out recently? Something was going on. Maybe it was when things first quarantined and I was just
everyone got a beard.
I'm just not going to shave. And then after about 10 days, I was like, I could just trim my goatee to like beard length.
Yeah.
And then it all
matches.
And then Teresa was like, it's been like 10 days. That's as long as you go. Shave.
Yeah, I always wanted a beard, but then like even just having the little patches that I have and then getting like those ingrown hairs sometimes.
Oh.
I was like, oh, thank God I don't have a beard.
Yeah.
And then like when my mustache gets like almost like ancient Chinese kung fu master length, like, and I eat and stuff gets like stuck in there. I was like, oh, I need to trim this down. I just need the stubble to not look like too like young.
Right.
If I lose weight, then I'll look even younger. Oh man, well, just to let you guys know, we're coming up to our hour. Thank you guys for joining us for the I Love a Monster movie month.
Yep.
For February. Hopefully, man, I really wish there was more like, I really wish they would come out with like cosmic horror romance stories. Falling in love with a Cthulhu avatar or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could have gone like Avatar.
Avatar,
blue guy's Avatar.
Nah,
because that's like that guy fell in love with
with an alien. Nah, that's just a metaphor for like falling in love with an indigenous person.
I always think about that movie, and I was like, if those aliens were like hideous, disgusting, like warty, weird forest creatures.
Would this be the same?
No, he wouldn't have fallen in love, and it would have been fine to tear down the Tree of Hope.
Yeah.
But no, she had to be like skinny, hot blue girl, and that made everything wrong.
Well, everyone was like skinny. They're like kind of like those Martian drawings of aliens, where they're like tall, long, and lengthy.
Right.
I mean, she still had the shape, which I was like, this feels wrong. And then they had the sex scene. I was like, oh, I didn't need this.
Yeah, I would have like if that thing looked like it was half toad, I would have bought it better. But yeah, no, the aliens shouldn't be all sexy.
Right? They did the whole like tail thing.
Yeah. Is
that how they did it? I forgot. I was like, man, this is gross. James Cameron, you pervert. But thank you guys for joining us for this full hour. If you guys don't know, the way we do our reviews, we have 4 sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at for this?
If it was like a werewolf box collection and this just happened to be in it, I like werewolves. I would go with a box. I would not turn it down because this movie was in it. Yeah. That's probably good enough for DVD, but I don't think it's good enough for Blu-ray.
Yeah.
That's probably where I'm gonna have to
go at. Yeah, for me, I feel like even though I like the scenes with the main characters, like having their romance, everything else felt too all over the place. It's like they had storyboarded and then never like got past the first draft of the storyboard.
Right.
Because the most coherent part of this whole thing is just the love story, like the progression of it, and even that was like montaged into like this really fast thing. Because I thought it was like one of the coolest parts, or one of the best parts, is like when she first comes for the date and he's like playing soccer with the kids, and it like, I was like, oh, maybe that's making her think of how her dad used to play with her and her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a great impression for her. And like, you know, we didn't like, even though like, yeah, we didn't get too much of the love story
Right.
even then. So for me, I think I'm gonna have to just do stream it. You know, I think like if someone asked me like, hey, what's a great werewolf love story, I was like, oh, this one, because like a review said, I don't think there's even another werewolf movie where it comes from the female perspective the whole time.
Which is, I thought that was great.
Yeah, and then I read other reviews too, and a lot of people said like the book had portrayed like the love story and the dynamics between the pack way better.
I can, like, yeah, like you said, like storyboarding. I can totally see what they wanted to do with this, and there was just unfortunately parts where it just kind of fell short.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this movie and hearing us talk about it. Because yeah, this is like a fun way to do like romance, because typically romance movies are kind of boring to talk to unless they're like really bad, like The Room. You're killing me, Lisa. I'll do anything for my girl. Oh man, The Room. I wish he made a second one called like, I don't know, the dining table.
I heard that he was gonna make like a shark movie.
He's gonna make a shark movie?
Yeah, they even did like a little pre-production, like little clip.
Oh, I know you're getting that on Blu-ray. Oh. Tommy Wiseau in a shark movie?
Yep.
It's called The Aquarium.
But that was like a year ago, so I don't know. That was like, we got like pandemic, everything got delayed. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tommy Wiseau hasn't tried to make another movie. You know,
right?
Because The Room is gold.
Yeah,
it's bad movie gold.
It's so bad they made a movie about it.
Like the notoriously bad movie. And you know, I feel like the Oscar or award winning other movie, The Room, with Brie Larson, needed to use another name, because I feel like a lot of people got confused when they started watching Tommy Wiseau's The Room, and they're like, why did this win an award?
No, see, I was the opposite. I had seen the other one and people were like, Room is like the worst movie ever made, and I was like, no, I've seen worse. I've seen worse.
So you're, in your mind, you're thinking about the Brie Larson movie.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it won an award, guys. What do you guys keep talking about?
I could see it wasn't my favorite, but like, I'm not really sure why you're saying it's the worst movie ever made. That's
wait, so you watched The Room later in life?
Yes.
Oh, I see. I thought you would have been on the opening day.
I should have been.
You know, I think when it came out, you were too busy with your first comic book store.
Probably. That would have been about the right time.
Right. But I'm surprised no one came in like, Colby, I have to tell you about the worst movie I just watched. But
I think it's one of those ones that just people had over time mentioned it, and I just never caught it, and then my brain just made it the other one, and then
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. My name is Barry.
Oh, this is Colby.
And this is Who Watched This. If you guys want to check out who does her theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on her album, Music for Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thank you.